I'm Tyler Harding here at PNC Park in Pittsburgh ahead of tonight's game between the Pirates and the Mets. And we've just been handed today's lineups, and I gotta say, I don't know what the Mets are doing. I've never heard of these guys. Alvarez, Newton, Mauricio, Stefanovic. I've got no idea who these guys are. I'm sure GM Ozzie Villain and manager Bruce Crabb have a plan. I just don't know what on earth it could be. Hi guys, I'm Ozzie Villain. Welcome to episode 55 of the New York Mets. And today, as you've just heard, we're going to play Pittsburgh and we're going to experiment a little bit. Now, if you can see here on the team home screen, we're 9.5 games clear of the Braves. We're going to win the division in all likelihood. So what we're going to do is give some of the youngsters a go and see how it goes. And I figured let's do it so you can watch. We can sort of see the next generation coming through and see what we're up against and what we have. Now, the big news since last episode is John Schreiber, 7 to 8 month injury here, torn rotator cuff, I think it was. I mean, needless to say, he's out for the year, but to be honest, 28, he's going to be 29 he hasn't had. He's been okay this year. ERA of 3.21, WHIP of 1.16, so he's been pretty good actually. But I worry that we might move past him while he's out for the next, because he's not going to be back to sort of the All-Star game next season. But otherwise, things have moved on quite nicely. You can see Morlock still doing okay. Yelich is still absolutely just ripping it up. Yeah, Morlock's coming back. Odenthal's been the big improver. He's become a home run hitting machine the last few weeks here. So that's excellent stuff. What I thought we'd do before we have a look at how we've been going. Well, let's have a look at how we've been going first of all. Now, where did we leave off here? We left off somewhere back here. It was the Tampa Bay game, wasn't it? So we played the Phillies. We won 3 or 4 against them. We lost, sort of dropped the last game, which was a little bit of a disappointment, but that can happen. 2-game series against the Yankees. Job done there. We won both of those. Excellent, excellent stuff. Baltimore, and this is where we had the expanded roster, which is why we have now some of the youngsters coming in to the major league team. We won the first 2 in this series. Game 1. We had a Conforto 2 home run game, which was excellent from him. 2 home runs. Where is he here? Conforto. 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Excellent stuff. So that got the job done for us there. Then in game 2, this one here, I'm just trying to read my notes. We won it in the 10th. So took us deep, but we got a run in the 9th, run in the 10th, and that was sort of the sort of game that we tend to lose. So it was nice to win one like that for a change. And then game 3. One of the guys that we had called in, Ryder Ryan, I think is it Ryder Ryan? But anyway, he hit a home run, a 3-run home run, which is excellent stuff. We'll have a look at him in more detail in a minute, but he's one of the pitchers that can bat. And we called him up earlier on in the year for an injury. But yeah, we called him back in with the expanded roster, and 3-run home run for him, and it actually essentially got us across. We lost the game anyway, but it put us back in contention, and then we ended up losing it anyway, so that's what happens sometimes, but there we go. Then we played the Braves, and this was a little bit annoying. Game 1 here was just a bad day for the pitchers. If we go down to our pitching stuff here, no one pitched well. Peterson gave up 4, Avian gave up 4, Zamora did okay, Cobb, another one of the youngsters we called in, he hasn't had a good time, to be honest, but he didn't really do much. Ryder Ryan couldn't keep it clean either, so just a bad day at the office for the bullpen, that one. Game 2, we had, I'm trying to, again, read my notes here. Game 2, we had a minor DeGrom injury in this one. So he didn't last long. He lasted 1 hitter. That's not too serious. He's out for another 2 days, I think. So we'll get by without him. But I think that just kind of threw us off a little bit. Villanez and Zamora couldn't really get the job done. And then we were okay after that. But yeah, not a perfect game. Certainly didn't go to plan. Then Game 3, I was beginning to worry a little bit. We did win it, but we won it in 13. And look at these extra innings here. They got 5 runs in the 8th. We should have had the game 1. They got 5 runs in the 8th to tie it up. But then the 12th they got 3, we got 3. 13th they got 1, we got 3 again. So walk-off home run you can see there by Michael Conforto. But yeah, that was an absolutely thrilling game. And of course, obviously, when you give up 5 runs in the 8th, we've actually done well to come back and win that, because that is deflating to say the least. The Pittsburgh series here so far, we've won 1, lost 1. Won the first game here. It was an Odenthal 2-run home run in the 3rd innings that got the job done for us there. So that was excellent stuff. And so that's where we stand. Speaking of stands, here are the standings. And you can see it should be just a matter of time now. We're 12 games away from clinching. So yeah, we'll come back for this one, play the youngsters, and I don't think it's going to matter. We should be able to get the job done anyway. We have a softish draw coming up. You can see there Yelich up there with the slug, is it? On base plus slug, which is good. Jeff McNeil, he's still rehabbing. I think we'll bring him back maybe in a week or so to try and get him back in full force, ready for the playoffs. Tejada's up there. Well, you can see for yourselves everything over here. Tejada again with wins. Noah Syndergaard leading the way with strikeouts and pitching war along with Tejada, and Diaz is up there with saves as well. Now, one thing I did want to do today is have a proper look, now that the sort of the minor league season is essentially finished, is have a quick look at, or proper look at how things have gone for our minor league system. So, start with the Syracuse Mets. I don't want this to drag on too long. But you can see Gonzalez, Haggerty, and Newton leading the way there with batting averages. Earned runs, we had Kay and Daniel Stefanovic. Of course, now we'll get more on him in just a second. But you can sort of see all the stats and attributes there of how we've gone, how everybody's gone in the lineup. Jeff McNeil obviously is there right now. You can see the team as a whole didn't do too well. 8 games back isn't too bad, but a losing record isn't ideal. Now, if we go down to Binghamton, we can see sort of the batting leaders, pitching leaders there. Binghamton had a horrid season. 53 games back, only won 33 games, lost 110. A nightmare season for them, but you know, it is what it is. It's about bringing players through. I don't know how many players we're gonna get out of this team, to be honest, because they were quite poor. But you never know. You never know. On the way up, players might improve. St. Lucie Mets. Again, a poor season for them. It wasn't a stellar year for our minor league system. But again, we've got someone batting really well there. Wagner, Lagerand, 27. So we're probably not going to see him in the majors, but he's done okay there. Again, you can kind of see all the information there. Pause it if you do want to have a sort of a longer, more detailed look. After St. Lucie, we of course have the Columbia Fireflies. It's my favourite name team, I think, in the organisation. Again, a losing record though, which isn't ideal. We do have some decent prospects in this team as well, so it's a little bit disappointing to see how that's all gone. Tyler Doherty is one of the better prospects as a second baseman, but I mean, I don't think anybody's had a season to remember here, so yeah, we might look at making some changes perhaps in the coaching staff side of things, because there's some good players, some good prospects in that team, as I said. The Brooklyn Cyclones. This is more like it. They won their division, which is good to see. Again, we've done quite well here. We've got some good batting performances there, some good pitching performances as well. I'm just trying to see if there's any names there that I recognize. Luis Ayala, he is one of our stars of the future, so he's had a decent year-ish. Not really, but he's still young, still learning his way through, so it's good to see him in a winning team in any case. We keep going down here to the Kingport Mets. Again, a poor year, a losing record. We're into rookie ball at this point. But again, so we've got some good youngsters coming through, so hopefully we'll see more of them. And they'll improve as they go here into the full-on rookie ball here. You can see, I don't know what the GLC stands for. Gold Coast League. Let's go with that. I'm sure it's not that. Again, a losing record. But, I mean, it's at this level, too, we don't always have players for each position. So, that it kind of is what it is. Devlin Lin, the starter, he's one of our guys that we drafted, so he's going to be a star as well. He's still working his way through. We drafted him from high school, of course, so I imagine a little bit of a step up for him. If we go down to, what have we just done there? Gulf Coast, not Gold Coast. I wasn't too far off, actually. Dominican Rookie League 2 here. And these guys had, again, a little bit of a season to forget, losing record, but not too bad. And again, you can see all the players there, their attributes, their stats. If there's anybody you want to see particularly, let me know. But this is the guy, of course. This is the guy we paid off for the amateur free agents. So again, there's good young players in there. They'll come through, and I'm sure we'll see more of them in the future. But that is that. Now let's have a quick look before we go any further here at the players that we have called into the major league team here. We actually we want to go back to New York Mets and do this, don't we? So let's have a quick look. Pitching wise, now Daniel Stefanovic. Now this is of course a player named after one of my Patreons. One of the tiers, I think it's $10 a month tier. You can have players named after you, sort of the young regens that the game creates. So we've got Daniel Stefanovic. He's worked his way up through the system. You can see there relatively quickly, which is good to see. Just coming up a little bit each year. So we've called him in. He's in the bullpen. He's not. He is a starter, but we won't put him on the mound to start. But yeah, so high hopes for him. So if you do want to have a look at the Patreon, potentially look at having players named after you, there's a link down in the description. So do check that out for that. Trey Cobb is another one that we called up here. He is done okay in AAA. We called him up. His ERA is 14.73. He's not having a great time in the majors, but it's a learning experience for him this year, so we'll leave him up and kind of see how he goes. Ryder Ryan, who we had seen in the majors before as well, he had done quite well. A whip of under 1, ERA of 2.77. Yeah, he's doing okay, so we'll keep him for now. And of course, as I said, he can bat as well, so that's a little bit of a bonus. So you wouldn't really know it by looking at that, but apparently he can bat a little bit. So they were the pitchers that we called in. I don't think there was anybody else. Nope. So we're going to have a look at the outfield players. Francisco Alvarez, he's one of the characters we've been looking at. He's come through the system very, very quickly. I gave him a game a little while ago for Big Willie Ramos, and I tell you what, he's been an absolute revelation. Batting .333, on-base percentage of .333 as well, so walks on his strong point. He's already hit 2 home runs, though. He's got 5 RBIs, so he is looking to be a star of the future. Who else do we call in here? Chevron Newton. Now, we've had a look at him before as well, third baseman. Good opportunity to give him a chance. He hasn't been in the Major League team before, so this is a first for him, and he will be starting at third base today. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on. Ronnie Mauricio, again, a really good player. He's flirted in the first team before. Oh, no, he hasn't, sorry. No, this is the first time we've called him up. And again, a really, really good player, defensively batting. I think we'll see him in the Major League team next year. I'm thinking possibly at the expense of Gomorrah, but I haven't fully decided on that one yet. And then the other one that we've called in here is Luis Gonzalez. We've called him back up. We've seen him before. He did a good job for us last year. He's a good outfield option. So with the expanded roster, we'll call him back in, and then I don't know if he'll stay in the playoff roster or not, but we'll kind of see how he goes. So they're the players that we've called up. Let's have a look at the team of the baby Mets that we're sending out to face the Pirates. And here we go. So Odenthal leads off, and he plays in center field. Griff plays second, bats second. Yelich bats third and plays in right field. Conforto cleans up and plays in left field. Catcher Francesco Alvarez, our first look at him on the channel. He is catching and batting at 5. Ronnie Mauricio batting 6 and playing shortstop. Chevron Newton batting 7 and playing third. And my boy Blue, he bats 8 for this one and is at first base. And you can't see behind my head probably, but David Peterson takes the mound for us. He's found a little bit of form again recently, so hopefully that continues. We're up against JP Bruckhammer. He is quite average by the looks of things there. Whip of 132, ERA of 5.68. We might be able to get at him. This is probably the best case scenario for our youngsters to face a pitcher like this. Today's game is proudly brought to you by Cock Breath Mints. You think you're the cock of the walk? Well, now your breath can smell like it too. Cock Breath Mints. It's not just for the ladies. Alright, and welcome to Pittsburgh. Now that intro has dragged on a little bit, so I apologize for that. Hopefully, you wanted to see the minor league system. I think I think it was worth it, but again, I apologize if that's dragged on a little bit too long. But let's see what we can do here. We are batting first. It's Odenthal at the plate. And what can he do against old JT Bruckhammer here? Like I say, the stuff movement and... Oh, I tell you what, he hasn't hit that as well as I thought. That's a cool background there, isn't it, of Pittsburgh? It's really cool. Yeah, so hopefully we'll see a decent performance here. The pitcher looks like he could potentially be got at, but we'll wait and see on that front. And like I say, we're essentially going to win the division eventually here anyway, so I thought it was a good opportunity to... Oh, I tell you what, he's got a decent start away there, but that's okay. We'll bounce back from that. It's Peterson to the mound up against Stephen Alamaeus. Let's see what we can do here. It's a full count. What's a quality? Is a quality start 6 innings under 3 runs? Am I dreaming that up? Is that what a quality start is? He's got off with a walk there, so that's not an ideal start. That's been popped up. Odenthal should get to that and makes the play. Keeps the runner at first as well, so that's 1 away. Hopefully just a bit of a slow start there for Peterson. Another full count here, though. That's been hit. It's into left field. Runner's going to stay at second. So none out. Runners at first and second. Just a little bit of a nervous general manager up here. We've got 1 and 2 counts here. That's a strikeout. There we go. That's what we like to see. Much, much better. 2 away. Let's end this here, Peterson. It's been a bit of a scrappy first innings. It's been popped up, and that should be easy enough. Odenthal underneath it. And he makes the play. We got away with that a little bit. That was a little bit scrappy, but that's okay. It's still 0-0. It's Michael Conforto to the mound. To the plate. God help us if he's on the mound. He's got a piece of that against the shift, and that's going to be a leadoff single. Well done to him. And now our youngsters come up at 5, 6, and 7. So it's going to be Francesco Alvarez, already, as I said, batting at 333. They were very early days. He's got 2 strikes on him here. Oh, he's been absolutely smashed. Disgusting. Respect your youngsters. This is Mauricio. This is his first at-bat in Major League Baseball. He's got none out. Runners at first and second. And he strikes out. Oh, unlucky for the youngster. He'll be back, though. And it's Chevron Newton. Again, his first at-bat in Major League Baseball. 1 out. Runners at first and second. He gets a piece of it, and he gets it through. Mr. Newton, go on. Can he get an RBI? No. We hold Conforto at third. It's loaded bases. And it is my boy, Blue. Come on, Bluey. Clean him up, mate. Has he cleaned them up? Has he? No, he's popped it up. It's 2. Oh, no, it's dropped in. I don't know what's happened. We've got that RBI anyway. Blue knocks in a run. It's still loaded bases. It's still 1 out, and it's the pitcher. What can Peterson do? Is he going to walk? He's 3-1. He's got a piece of it. It's popped up. Get back to third base, mate. You should be able to get home from that. Oh, it's a good throw. It's an absolutely stunning throw. We weren't even close in the end. I mean, if you see that, just turn around and go back, mate. You're not even halfway there yet. Oh, that's a little bit disappointing. We did get a run. Though I suspect we probably should have done a little bit more with that. All right, Peterson goes back to work on the mound with a strikeout. Excellent stuff. I'm really worried this game's going to go to extra innings, and given that the intro was probably pushing 15 minutes in the end, yeah, the episode could drag on a little bit. Zach Zusi, that's a good name, isn't it? Let's send him back to contemplate his name. Oh, it's been well hit into the gap. Oh, I don't like that name anymore. That surely, is that going to drag? It could be a triple, you know. No, it's just a double. We hold the runner at third, but with 1 out. Yeah, that's not ideal, Mr. Peterson, sir. Let's it's the pitcher. We could do with a strikeout here, couldn't we? Gets the strikeout. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. We're 1 out away now. Let's get the batter at the plate and let's take a sigh of relief. It's been hit. It's been popped up. Yelich should get to that. Go on, Yelich. Makes the play. All right. Again, we've got... Not convincing, is it? We haven't conceded a run as of yet, but we have not looked convincing. It's Odenthal, who's been in fine form lately. That's back up the middle. It's not going to find its way through, and that will be the first out of the 3rd innings. Griff McGear strides in. What's he got for us? He's hit that again, but it's not going to find its way through, and that will be the 2nd out. And it will bring, of course, Yelich to the plate. 2 away. What can he do? Swing for the fences, mate. He's popped it up, and that will be a very quick innings for us, unfortunately. Keeps it tight, and I tell you what, given the struggles, let's say, that Peterson's had so far... Oh, that's a change-up, wasn't it? It looked like a really, really good slower ball, or off-speed pitch, I think. I think that's what it's called, isn't it? That's been hit back up the middle. Griff can't get to that. There's no way Griff's getting to that, and that will be a 1-out single. Can we get the double play here? It's Swaggerty. That's a stunning name. Oh, I want the name Swaggerty. Can we sign him? I'm going to trade for him, I think. That's been absolutely crushed as well. Odenthal can't get to it, and Swaggerty, with a name like that, he deserves a hit. Oh, we're going to keep the runner at third. We do. No, we're going to go home. Can we get him? Have him, Alvarez. Have him. I think we've got him at home. Did we get him at home? Throws home. Relay. Slides in. Reynolds is out. Swaggerty with a double, but it doesn't matter because it's been a stunning throw by Mauricio, our youngster to youngster, and we've got him at the plate. Excellent stuff. All right. Let's end this now, please. We've been really, really lucky. It's a good play by Mauricio over to Blue, and that is well done. Well done. What an innings there for our young shortstop. Really, really well done. And again, we somehow managed to keep them off the scoreboard. I don't know how we're managing to do that. Conforto, back up the middle. Is that going to find its way through? No, the second baseman, or is it the shortstop? I think it's the shortstop, but sort of behind second base makes the play. Conforto's out. And our youngsters go again. It's Alvarez. Fresh from his wonderful play at the plate. He's hit that really well. Oh, Francesco Alvarez. A star is born in this guy. He is absolutely amazing. He will be, I tell you what, Big Willie Ramos will not be with the Mets next year. We have an option to get rid of his contract. We can save $9 million if we just put Alvarez in and get rid of him. So I think that's what we'll be doing. Ronnie Mauricio, he had a good innings in the field as well. Can he back it up at the plate? He's got a hit now as well, has he? Oh, he has the youngsters, a 1-2 hit. Alvarez, is he going to go home? No, we hold him at third. Runners at the corners, 1 out. And it's Chevron Newton's turn. He's, of course, 1 for 1 in his Major League career. Can he keep it going? Oh, he's hit that as well. He's 2 for 2 in his Major League career. He's got a RBI this time as well. And it's a double. I tell you what, these youngsters, the baby Mets aren't too bad, are they? Swaggerty throws it in. We've got to trade for Swaggerty, don't we? That is the greatest name I've ever heard. I tell you what, he's not the worst. Let's add him to the shortlist. Don't be surprised if Swaggerty shows up in the Mets jersey next year. All right, it's my boy Blue. Can he get another RBI here? They've gone the intentional walk. They're scared of him. They've loaded the bases with 1 out. It's going to bring the pitcher to the plate, which is not the best. I mean, he's almost... Just don't hit into a double play. You're better off striking out. Oh, the pass ball. That gets rid of the double play as well. They're falling to pieces. Who was it that scored there? Is it Newton? No, it must be Mauricio that scored, isn't it? Well, with no double play now, it's a free hit for Peterson here. Can he get an RBI? He's hit it back up the middle. Oh, it's straight to the player. It's got no play, though. It's got no play, and it's going to be an RBI for the pitcher. He goes to first base, and the Mets were exploding here in the top of the 4th. Odenthal, what can he do? Runners at the corners. He's got a hit as well. Oh, it's a hitting display. Blue scores. Peterson goes to 3rd. Can he score as well? Are we going to send him home? We're not. But it's runners at 1st and 2nd. Odenthal with a double. 2 RBI double was that? Or just a 1? I'm losing count. No, it's just the 1, isn't it? And it is 5-0. And they've finally, mercifully, changed their pitcher. Griff strides in now. Can he keep this going? The pitcher didn't look that good beforehand, did he? He didn't have any movement or anything. Griff's absolutely crushed it. He's going to clear the bases! Hey! Griff McGear! A 3-run home run, his 14th of the season. And that is now essentially game over. I tell you what, the baby Mets are doing us really, really proud here, aren't they? I mean, not that Griff's a baby Met, but we're looking good. 8-0, 7 runs in the 4th. And Yelich back up the middle. And that's going to be out, isn't it? Unfortunately for him. Still only 2 away. We've essentially hit through the team, haven't we? Because I think Conforto was the lead-off hitter. He comes back in. He's hit that, but that's been popped up. Or has it? Or is it going to leave? No, it's popped up, I think. Yeah, it's caught out there by Swaggerty. What a name. What's the best names in sport? I love Willpower. I mean, I'm an Australian. I love my IndyCar. Willpower is just a great name. For a car racing, for an IndyCar driver, Max Power should have been the name, really, shouldn't it? But Will Power's right up there. There is a Max Power footballer. That's been hit, and it's easy for Mauricio and over the blue for the out. But, I mean, Zach Zusi is pretty good. That's pretty good. But Swaggerty is just... Love it. Let me know in the comments your favourite names in sport. That's going to be caught out there. Is it by Conforto? Yes, it is. And that ends the innings. I mean, suddenly, Peterson's just walked into a win here. Alvarez comes up again. What can he do this time of asking? Oh, he strikes out. Unlucky. Mauricio, 1 for 2, of course, in his Major League career. Oh, he's unlucky there. He's got a good piece of that, but just couldn't find its way into the outfield. And now, we should just retire Newton at 2 for 2 in his Major League career. What can he do? 3rd time of asking. He's hit it, but it's popped up. The youngsters couldn't quite get it done for us that time. Newton's batting average is decimated down to .666. And we go back to work in the field. It's David Peterson. That's another strikeout for Peterson. Excellent stuff. Number 6 for the game. And, I mean, these Pirates look a well-beaten team at this point, don't they? That's been well hit. I don't think, no, it's going to get its way to the fence. It could easily have been a very different game. Those first 2 innings, we were, I think, very, very lucky. It's going to be a triple. It's a 1-out triple. So maybe they're going to get their run here. But yeah, those first 2 innings, I think we were quite lucky to get away with not conceding a run. Can we do here? It's hold the runner, turn, pivots, throws, out, 2 away, and we might be able to get out of this innings as well. If we keep a clean sheet in this game, it will be an absolute miracle. That's been hit. Griff gets to it, and that should be out. And again, we've managed to keep them off the scorecard. Amazing stuff. Peterson just doing enough, isn't he? Just doing enough. It's my boy Blue to the plate. What can he do here? He's got a piece of it, but it's not going to get the job done, and that's going to be the first out of the innings. Peterson, is he going to continue? Yes, he is. And what can he do here? Now, did he get an RBI last time out? He's 1 for 2. I think he did. Yeah, it's been popped up. For a second, I thought it was being launched over left center field, but it was just the angle of the ball coming out of the plate there. That is 2 away. Odenthal into the plate. What can he do this time? Oh, it's a good ball down the first base line, but again, he can't quite find its way into the outfield, and that is the end of the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom. Peterson continues. He's getting up towards his pitch count, isn't he? So if he gets through this innings, I think if 6 innings is a quality start, then, oh, I tell you what, it's been absolutely crushed out there again. Hal Peterson has not given up a run yet. As I said last innings, it's an absolute miracle. It's a lead-off double for Swaggerty. I just love that name. I just love that name. All right, come on, Peterson. That's been hit. It's easy for the Mauricio, and that is the out. And again, our youngsters in the field are looking really, really good. It's Kevin Kramer. Can we get the second out here? It's walked him. That brings the force into third. It maybe helps us. Oh, it's Daniel Stefanovic. Whoa, it's a first start in Major League Baseball. Well done, Daniel. And here we go. What can he do? Can he get Peterson out of trouble here? It's lefty for lefty. That's back up the middle. Oh, it's gotten through. We're going to hold him, but it's loaded bases, 1 out, and there's a lot of pressure on the young man's shoulders here. Zach Zusi, what can he do? He's hit that. It should be out. Now, Ken Yelich get him at the plate. Oh, it's a good catch and throw, and he's got no way home. All right. Come on, Mr. Stefanovic. Let's end this innings here. Can we keep the clean sheet? It's been hit. It's been popped up. I think Yelich is going to get there. Or is it Odenthal? Someone's going to get there. And yet again, we avoid giving up a run. And I tell you what, the young pitcher there has done quite well. He's come in. He's got us out of trouble. And the baby Mets continue. All right, it's Griff McGear. Now, he sent one, didn't he, last time at the plate? What can he do this time? He's hit that really, really well. It's going to get down. It's a leadoff single for Griff. Amazing, amazing stuff. Ali Sanchez comes in. Why is he coming in? He's pinch hitting for... Oh, we're pinch hitting for the pitcher slot. I don't really understand what's happening there. But anyway, he's pinch hitting for somebody. For Yelich. Why is he pinch hitting for Yelich? He's hit into a double play, has he? No. He's managed to beat the throw. But there we go. Yelich has been taken out. Now, hopefully he's not injured. I don't think he was injured. Sanchez is going for a steal. That's ambitious. The catch has gone and stolen second base, and he's got no right doing that. He's a terrible base runner. But Conforto now, the runner in scoring position, he walks. So the steal was kind of for nothing. Just pads the stats. It's Francesco Alvarez, our young catcher. Oh, and he strikes out again. He's looking a little bit of a hit or miss, quite literally. Mauricio, what can he do this time? He's got a good hit on it. Oh, he's got another base hit. Mauricio, is it going to be an RBI? Sanchez is going home. It's going to be a double. He gets into second, does he? Oh, we're going for... What's his face is going? It's got 2 RBIs. Conforto gets from first to home on what looked to be just a bit of a narrow hit. But Mauricio with a 2 RBI double. And it's Newton now. Can he continue to pad his stats? It's 10-0. Unlucky, unlucky. That's the stretch. We stretch with a position of strength. Just the 10 runs up. 11 hits to 7, though. It really hasn't been that uneven of a game, has it? But we've certainly made it count. Stefanovic goes back to work, and there we go. It's a first strikeout in Major League Baseball for the youngster. Come on. Let's go again. Let's go again. He's hit that. That's been popped up, and it should be easily caught out there. Odenthal's underneath it, and that is that. I want to have a look. Who's in right field? Nimmo's come in. So I wonder why we took Yelich out. Hopefully it wasn't an injury. I didn't see anything about an injury, but I usually miss it up here anyway. And it's another strikeout for Stefanovic. Excellent stuff. Go on. This is what we like to see. Can we... I tell you what, both bat and ball has turned up today, hasn't it? Here goes Blue to strike out. Oh, he's got a hit on it. Blue, is it going to get down? It is. It is. It's a single for Blue. Excellent stuff. A leadoff single. And now it's Stefanovic to the plate. He doesn't look like he knows what a baseball bat is, but let's see what he can do. He lays down he pops up a bunt, let's be honest. Not a classic, but that's okay. He's there to pitch the ball, not hit it. All right, here we go again. Odenthal, that's been popped up as well. And there we go. 2 away. It's going to bring up Griff. What can he do here, Mr. McGear? He's got it down the third base line, but couldn't get it into the outfield. And that ends the innings. We couldn't make the most of the Blue leadoff single, but that's all right. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Stefanovic goes again, and let's see. Now he has the stamina. He's actually a starter. He's been starting for Syracuse, so it's a good first out as well. Nicely done over there by Newton. He should be, in theory, be able to see this game out for us. Oh, and he's striking him out for fun. Go on. Excellent stuff. It's Kramer now. Can we do a 3 up, 3 down? Oh, can we ever? What an innings. What an innings. Amazing stuff. It's 10-0. We go to the 9th, and can we add on any little cherries on top of this 10-run ice cream? I've lost the analogy there, but it's Treadmill to the plate. Treadmill hits really well actually, but couldn't get it onto the grass. It's straight down left field's throat. Conforto back on the at the plate. What can he do? He's against the lefty. It's not his strength. He's got a piece of it. Those are going to get through. No, it's not. And that is the second out. That will bring up Francesco Alvarez up against the lefty. This is where can he get a hit here, or will he strike out yet again? He's hit it. It's a well-hit ball, but it's straight to third base, and that will end our interest as a batting team for the game. And with just 3 outs to go, Stefanovic will come out and hopefully just clean this up. Tell you what, if he does, it'll be 3.2 if he sees this out for us. 3.2 scoreless innings. Oh, he hasn't got to play at it, has he? Unlucky there. Infield hit. Mauricio couldn't quite get the throw away, but that's all right. It's only the lead. It's only 1 out. It's 1 on. Runner on first. I don't know. I'm getting excited and I've lost my ability to talk. That is all. It's through. It's a 2-out hit. Runners at first and second. Are we just seeing some signs of nerves here? Come on, Stefanovic. Let's end this. Let's start beginning of the end here. That's been hit back up the middle. That should be a double play onto the base, over to first, and there we go. Just like that, we're 1 out away from beating and keeping a clean sheet against the Pirates. Come on, son. Down the third base line, that should do it. Newton over to Blue, and the baby Mets have only gone and won 10-0. And that was the most comprehensive win I think we've seen on the channel so far. And I don't want to draw this out too long because I'm conscious that the episode's going on a little bit, but we can see we're in a commanding position now in the division. It's just a matter of time, really, until we come back and clinch. And that's what we'll do. Next episode, we will come back. Whenever it is that we can clinch, we'll come back and do that. Now, let me know what you think in the comments. I think, well, we will keep the youngsters in the team until the playoffs, but do we leave them in the lineup? I mean, we've got to keep our actual main guys fresh as well. But I tell you what, that was a really, really good performance. So we'll be back next time on Wednesday. We'll be back to clinch, whenever that may be, whoever that may be against. So until then, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care.